Yes. How many?
Miserable men, yeah, miserable men. 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 Miserable men, yeah, miserable men.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell by the song, this is the Miserable Men Show. Shuli here, along with Mike Morris, and of course, poolside, the Reverend Bob Levy.
Beautiful weather.
Yes, welcome on a beautiful but sad Sunday, gentlemen. Sad, little
Why?
bad news. Comedy legend Richard Belzer down for the count.
Oh,
Passed away today.
He blew
78,
me? Oh.
78 years young.
oh.
Yeah.
Sure, Ben.
78.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure,
Whatever,
Yeah.
babe. Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
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 He was most known for getting choked out on his own show by, I mean, he's known for a lot of shit, but like that, if you're a wrestling fan, Belzer. He fucking,
Oh, yeah.
he's the only one who got money out of Hogan, not the other way around,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you never say to a wrestler, it's fake.
No.
You never say that, because of course you're going to get fucking beaten.
yeah, that is a slur to wrestlers. That is, that's bad. You don't ever want to do that. And speaking of not pissing off a wrestler, we have a guest today that, well, I mean, no doubt in my mind, he's wrestled a few times. I don't think it was choreographed. I think it was over stuff like parking spots and being too loud in a movie. But my guess is this man knows how to handle himself. He is part of a new show that we are bringing on starting Thursday night at 8, I believe, the Godfathers of Podcasting. And these guys are great. They're out of Canada. Donnie and Tid, and Donnie is not available because he's a narc, but Tid is cool, and Tid is here with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Tid. How are you, buddy?
Gentlemen, thank you very much for having me on the show. Yeah, like you said, Donnie, unfortunately, he doesn't believe in birth control, so he had to take his kid out. That's really what happened today.
My kid's upstairs on cruise control. It's called an iPhone. You just give it to him, thing drives itself. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no, happy to be here. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming on. When a man like you says, I want to come on, none of us say no. We're the same guys that when Chuck Zito would come into the studio, right when we would start the Miserable Men Show at Sirius, and we would right away, first we'd tell the program director, hey, we want to just start the show just us. So if I know Chuck's around, could you just keep him out? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Show starts, Chuck comes through the door. All of us are like, Chuck, hey, get in here.
I was like, that's nice cologne you have. What is it? He goes, I mixed two together. I got to try that.
If one works, two's got to be great, right?
And it did smell like you put the whole bottle, both bottles on at the same time.
Yeah, but all of us are like, you look and smell fantastic, Chuck. So you give off that vibe, which is good. I've never given that off. I've always wondered.
I give off that two cologne vibe, is what you're saying?
Yeah, where people just agree with you no matter what. What's your background, Tid? So like, I mean, you're a big.
I'm an American like yourself.
I know. I think either that or Pakistani. That was going to be my guess.
I unfortunately I am a goy. So sorry to disappoint there, gentlemen.
Right. The deal's off. They're off the chair.
My background other than doing this podcasting stuff, as Donnie will tell you, since before podcasting was called podcasting, tagline copywritten. I was a professional wrestler for 25 plus years. Just had my last match back early right before Christmas.
So where did you wrestle, and would anyone have seen your work before?
Well, there is stuff all over YouTube, unfortunately. And I wrestled all over Canada, some places in the States, a lot of independent stuff. Had a few injuries that kind of gave some hiccups along the way, a broken neck. And then had a bunch of steel fall on my leg where I had a double compound fracture in my left leg, both bones sticking out the front. That put me out for about 8 months. But you kind of have these ebbs and flows, and as age catches up, and now I don't do in-ring matches anymore, but I still do teach, and I do
Oh,
this
nice.
stuff. So
Now, the steel falling on your leg, was that like a death match or was that a day job?
I wish I could say it was a death match. I probably
Yeah.
would have gotten a lot less money out of it, but yeah, it was a it was a day job incident.
Yep. Yep. Those are-
It was literally about 6,000 pounds worth of steel
Jeez.
hit me in the chest and came down on my leg. So I
Jeez.
got lucky. I got lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky. You got a
Weird
chest.
thing, he was working at a Starbucks. That's the
I
fucked
know.
up
That's
thing.
the
Yeah.
craziest thing. They called my name. I turned, boom, beam.
At
So
the,
you
at
would-
the Christmas celebration show, we're also going to have a wrestling match. I'll come back too, and then me and
Oh.
you
Yeah,
will
I was
go.
gonna say, are you familiar with Bob's wrestling career?
The Heartbreaker.
Absolutely. Yes, the stuff, the internet stuff or the stuff in
Yes, the Heartbreaker Bobby Slayer, I
When
believe
I-
was your name.
yeah, that was on the independent scene. I never made it anywhere
Oh,
else, but
yes.
basically, I never made it out of South Jersey. But it was good. Like I had fun doing it. You get hurt. You just don't feel. It's not for somebody to start it when they're 34 years old. Like I
What was your big move, Bob? What was your finisher?
trying to get out of the ring.
He
Yeah,
would,
yeah.
he would pin Jews. That was
Yeah.
another move.
Yeah, no, I DDT, and there was a DDT because people wouldn't get up from a DDT back then. Now they get
Right.
up.
Right now they get up from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wrestling. I mean, I've hung out with wrestlers. I've worked with wrestlers. Obviously not in a wrestling capacity, but
Really?
there is such respect for what you guys do. And the shit that you guys go through, and it mirrors stand-up comedy so much. Especially the independent scene,
Yep.
which is like, you guys are playing the shit houses for shit money, and you're doing it for the love of the game. So I remember we had a gig like Chicago somewhere. It was some VFW hall, and I reached out to Colt Cabana, who does stand up, and I asked if he wanted to come do some time, and he shows up, and we're both in the kitchen of this VFW about to go start a stand up show, and he looks at me and he goes, I feel like I should go grab my gear. You want to do a match or something too? And it was just, they were identical. It's like we have a sickness for whichever one of those two we get a sickness for. And
I
we do-
don't know. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it and you break it down in its base form, the travel, the
Yeah.
shitty motels you stay in,
Yeah.
the garbage food you subject your body to for days on end, and while you're going through it and you're doing it, you're like, this makes me the most miserable person on the planet. Nobody wants to be around me. You know what I mean? But you go out there and you continuously do it. But it's that moment. It's those little tiny moments where you just like, I fucking killed it. I
Yeah.
absolutely went out there and killed it. And it's like, I look at it's like the closest sport, I think, is golf,
Right.
right? Because you go out there and you swing and you miss, and you swing and you miss, and you shank it, and it goes this way. But that one shot keeps you coming back every single time, right? It's, it's addictive. There's no doubt about it.
It's like-
a sane
it's like,
person wouldn't do it for so many years.
Yeah.
It's like sniping someone in Call of Duty. I mean, can we relate, fellas, or what? Anyway, what can people expect from the Godfathers of Podcasting show coming to the streaming network?
Listen, I really don't even know how to answer a question like that, to be honest with you, because we don't really know until we're in it sometimes. What we talk about a lot of pop culture stuff and what's going on in the news, that week, ridiculous stories, break it down, give our take on stuff. And then, we have some crazy guests that range from, actors to writers to musicians to comedians to professional wrestlers, just all walks of life, and then try to just have some fun conversations with them about what's going on in the world.
They run a tight ship. I can tell you that. They're organized. They got their shit together. They've been doing this a lot longer than we have. So I'm excited that you guys are cut. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Beautiful.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
guys
I definitely had a good time on the show when I did it. We just had a great time, great
Yeah,
evening.
you were the one who told me you got to
Uh,
talk to these guys. They run a really good show. They're
yeah.
great interviewers, and so I talked to them. I did their show as well, even with some technical difficulties on Donnie's end, not Tid. This
Yeah,
guy
right.
knows how to fucking work. And we had a great interview, and really I enjoyed the vibe
Well,
of
thank you.
your guys' show. Yeah.
Thank you. Like I said then, I still kind of feel like, we are you guys are having your own little dinner for schmucks moment, and we're one of the guests that have been brought in for this thing. So, but I'm going to ride this fucker out. Like, just so
Yeah,
you know.
believe me, you're not
This is
one of
great.
those shows. We have a few of those. Believe me, you're all right. You guys ain't one of them. Trust me.
Tremendous.
So let's this miserable men show. I wish I could explain
Yeah.
what this show's about, but it's
Yeah,
really
somebody tell me.
the best way to sum it up is it's like The View if it was hosted by Neanderthals, right? We don't give a shit what you think. We're just here to make fun of it and make people laugh and help hide the pain and misery that we have waiting upstairs for most of us.
But what
You know
about the
I mean?
stuff, the pain that these people have? They're worse than us. I mean,
Oh,
our
yeah.
lives is great compared to theirs. I mean, look at
Oh,
them in the chat. They're
Yeah.
just fucking miserable, but I love them.
Yeah, no, and that's why this show works because it speaks to a group of people that I used to get up on for work and get on the subway and it'd be packed. People be elbowing you and shoving you, and I put my headphones on and I put Lamb of God on and I'd pick the heaviest fucking song they got, and within 5 minutes I'm going. This guy screaming in my ear is angrier than I am right now, so maybe I should mellow out a little bit. It
And
helps.
what's Polar Bear saying? Bob quit for 1 day, and that means he'll live for 2 more seconds. So listen to me. We have a new way to stop smoking, okay? And it's going to be she is going to lease me cigarettes out of a pack when she goes to work. Like 1 day starting Monday, I get 14 cigarettes for the day. Okay. Then the
Okay.
next week we go down
That's
to
a lot
12.
of cigarettes for one day.
No, it's
That's
not.
more
If I
than half a
smoke more
pack.
than that,
More than
I
half a
smoke.
Well,
pack.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
look,
How
you
many
sh-
hours are you awake? You're awake.
I'm awake
probably-
all the time. I don't sleep. You can
Yeah.
ask anybody. But the whole thing is that 14 will be cutting me down probably in half at least. And that's a good way to go without me flipping out. And I don't want to flip
So
out and be
you're saying normally you smoke 28 cigarettes in a day.
I could if I depends how many shows I do. I seem to smoke a lot when I'm sitting here because I don't smoke in the other part of the house. So if I'm in this part of the house, I'm smoking for
Why
some
don't you just
reason.
keep cigarettes out of that part of the house?
Or have you thought possibly cut them
Mm.
all down, split them in half, re-roll them? Now you've got double the amount to get you through the day.
This guy's all right. He's one of my people right
Wow.
here. He thinks he's a goy. He's got some
I-
juice,
I,
some
I
blood
used to,
running through those veins.
I used to cut coke when I sold it. I think I know what he's talking about there. And- no, but it's like once I slow down, once I get used to that, then I can go boom and
Bob, there's 20 cigarettes in a pack. Okay. Why don't you start tomorrow with 10?
because that's not 14.
That's right. That's
But-
4 less.
I
It's
made
a
a
bit
deal
of a
with her.
challenge.
Spaghetti too, John. Just let Bob smoke. Life is too short. And I almost had a heart attack today. I felt, but it was back pain. I don't know what I did. I fucking must.
How do you think? How do you mistake pain in your back for a heart attack, which is in your front?
Well, it went in the front too, but it was just because it could have been heartburn or something like that. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. New Whippy, Mike Whipke, new show idea. Bob trying to find hidden cigarette. Yeah, that's another show I'm going to do. Okay. I got fucking 18 shows I do a fucking day.
That's an escape room right there. You just hide cigarettes for Bob throughout the room and just have
No,
Every day is
sucks.
Easter for Bob.
Yeah, I mean, look, 14 cigarettes is a good cut down, and that's for the day. So I have to go and figure out how many I'm going to have in the day during the shows, and then at night how many is going to get me through. And if I run out, I run out.
You'll be done
that's
by
it.
noon.
If you run out, you're gonna ask for the rest of the pack.
I'm not going to threaten her this time. We have a deal. We made a deal that if I If I run out of 14, I don't get any, and that's it.
No, when you.
It doesn't
It's not
sound like
if.
much of a deal.
No.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
and it's not if. It's not. So do you have to? She said she's
Ba-
leasing
ba-
you. If she gets
back
money
pain.
for this, she'll be on a yacht by the end of this year.
Oh yeah, she's getting money, but back pain is not is a heart attack. No, baby's not for a cigarette butt.
It actually is, but I really like this.
I
This
know it is.
If you can get through a snot video, then you can have a cigarette. I like that.
Yeah. Bob has a weird thing with snot. He
Well,
starts
anything
dry
like that.
heaving. Yeah, we have a game called ears, nose, or throat, and we're a wheel is being made right now in a factory. I can't name where or who.
How do you?
But okay, fine, rustic cuts. But yes, a wheel's being made, ears, nose, or throat, whatever it lands on. Bob will have to watch that video. New game here on
Yeah.
the Streaming Network.
Yeah, but
Also,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
no, he's saying that it's with a heart attack or something like that. It's a heartburn too. Cigarettes in the bottom of a jar. Spiders. I'm not afraid of spiders. They're afraid of me. I don't give a shit. Put them in fucking there with a fucking boa constrictor. No, come on with those fucking pictures. Stop it.
So I almost forgot about this. So last night, Bob and Gina came to the Borgata to see the
Yeah.
show, right?
A
And
friend of ours is taping a special at the Borgata last night. You got to explain, Mike. Not everybody knows what we're
everybody knows.
talking about.
Listen, we're
God, I
speaking
need
the
a
nation.
cigarette. I'm fucking miserable.
Have a cigarette and stop being. But you can tell in
Shut
his
up,
fucking
you
in his
quitter.
tweets, in the tweets that we all
then you
write
only have
to each
13
other.
left for the day.
In that fucking pack of things that we all write in and that shit. I
Pack
can
of
tell by
things.
his typing that he's fucking cranky. Get that down now. That's not me. He was cranky typing. Well, what do I know? What if he can't do it? We need a guest.
We do need a guest. You can't.
I know, but I could tell you
last minute.
you were see auntie all fucking day in the chat, and I knew it. Yes,
I told you, if you wait last minute to book a guest, you end up with a Dat
Me.
Fan or Peng Dang. You're a breath
Peng
of
Dang.
fresh air. It me.
Yeah.
So
All right.
here's the kind of cretin that Bob is. So we're standing outside
Cretin?
yes, cretin. We're standing outside the Music Box Theater, but it's in the casino, so we're on the casino floor right outside the theater. He's smoking, of course, and
Sure.
which shocked me. When he's done, he throws a cigarette and crushes it under his feet. Like
On the
Yeah.
carpet?
yeah.
There was no
Was there an
carpet.
Whatever.
ashtray there?
There was ashtrays everywhere. People are smoking, but he just dropped it and just
They were playing games. I don't want to lean over them. They're gonna think I'm taking their quarters.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you
going
can't
there.
just throw a cigarette on carpet and put it out. What are you, an animal?
They make enough money there to get new rugs or whatever, and
There you
it
go.
just look
Creating jobs. That's what you're doing, Bob.
exactly.
I was just gonna
Creating
say,
jobs.
are you
Yeah.
one of those? Oh, that's their job type of
Right.
people. You don't put your cart back when you go grocery
I
shopping.
put
and
my
stuff?
cart back, and I always put it back. I kind of go close to it, and then I push it, and it just hopefully goes in. But I mean, I don't go all the way up like that. I'm not going to waste my time
Do
walking.
you sit there? I picture you taking that last drag, and then right before you throw it on the carpet and put it out with your foot, you just go, circle of life. Am I right? And then you just drop it and stomp it and look at a foreign person with a broom in their hand and just go, get to work, chop, chop, let's go.
it was like he was
Yeah.
on the street corners in the South Bronx. He said, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck."
I think that's awful.
That's
Yeah.
despicable
It
behavior.
is.
No, it was concrete. I go,
Yeah,
can
there's
you
a
smoke
concrete
here?
floor. There's a
Are you gonna
concrete
put
floor.
cigarettes out in your pool? Are you going to put cigarettes out? in
No,
your
I'm
pool?
not. I'm not going to.
Why
I'm
not? You
gonna-
make enough to get a pool.
Yeah.
I made
Yeah.
enough, yeah, because I got fucking hit by a drunk driver. He bought my
Yeah.
fucking pool.
Look,
But-
hillbillies don't even do that shit, Mikey
But
says.
because
Just
then
get
they
the
never
pool
go to
boy
the
to clean it
Borgata.
up.
The pool boy, yeah, I'm gonna have fucking
Right?
Perry's gonna be my pool boy. That's not funny, Bob. Stop it, Dave Daffalo. Get this bird out of here.
Bob is you spelled
am.
garbage wrong.
Yeah.
Who does that?
There was a guy smoking a cigar next to some old lady playing the fucking machines, and I was like, this guy's out of line, not me.
There's a lot of
You know?
cigars. I couldn't believe how smoky it was in there.
Smoking
Yeah.
section is smoking section. It's not
Yeah, but
fucking.
there is no smoking. I mean, there is a smoking section, but
Right.
nobody pays attention.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not going to throw
okay.
you out of a casino because they think you're going to be spending money. They're not going to throw you
Right,
out for
yeah.
putting this
Yeah,
bread
I mean,
on
they
their
were smoking
fucking
all
rug.
over the place.
You know? Yeah, look
And I
at
got
Mike.
news for you.
The life, Mike. That's how it is everywhere.
Well, for us people who don't have heart attacks on a regular basis,
I didn't have a heart
we're trying-
attack. I had a back pain, and I had
No.
serious dark nerveless. Seriously, Bob,
Yeah.
as someone who has struggled to make a living in your life, you should know it's not the casinos who are picking up your cigarettes. It's underpaid, worked for marginalized community. What the fuck is that all about? Who? Just say who it was. You got to go through all these fucking words. So, oh, look at me. I'm smart. I'm smart. Fuck you. Okay. Oh, fucking Philly level class, Bob. But listen to me. I've been doing this shit when I lived in New York too. Somebody has
Philly
to work.
level.
Bringing a little bit of Philly to New York. Very nice.
Yeah, just the taste. Have you
No, I
ever
mean,
have you ever taken a shit while smoking a cigarette?
no, man.
Of
Fucking,
course you have.
Don't lie.
I
And
never did. I'm not going to play that game.
and you,
No, I
you
didn't.
open your legs. You just go like
No.
into the toilet. You ash in there.
No,
Yeah.
never. Nick, $4.99. Be careful, Bob. Make sure you take off your life alert before getting in the pool. I don't think that. Just fucking another bird in here. They're just fucking. I don't want birds in here no more. That's it. No more birds.
By
in
the
here.
way, with technology nowadays, I can't wait for the videos to start coming in with birds with your voices.
They
Do you
can't
know
do
what
that.
people are doing? Oh no, you got to see this. This
Well,
this
it
is a
should be,
video.
should be easy enough. I mean, don't you know birds aren't real? Apparently, according to some people.
Right,
So
right. Some
Yeah.
people think birds are not real.
Birds are not real.
I saw a video the other day. Somebody said there was a glitch in the Matrix, and it's a video of a bird just stuck in midair, a dead bird.
Mhm.
But this is pretty fascinating. Somebody took a speech that Leonardo DiCaprio made, I think, at the UN, and they're showing off AI technology when it comes to voices. Check this out.
I stand before you not as an expert.
Okay, so that's his real voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's he doing at the UN? Why? What's he doing there?
I think he's I think he's pro sex trafficking as long as they're his
hot,
age
hot
limit.
and 17.
Right.
I'm against sex
know.
traffic. I was caught in sex traffic for fucking 3 hours the other night, and
Did you have to go to sex trafficking court now?
yeah, it was horrible. And you had to bring your own kid. That's not me.
Is that all the people he's thinking about while he's talking? I love that. All right.
Concerned citizen.
One of the 400,000 people who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday.
With millions of others around the world who want to solve
Steve
our
Jobs.
climate crisis.
As an actor, I pretend for a living. I play fictitious characters.
Please, whatever this program costs, buy it and start having birds speak as Bob.
Don't have birds in this fucking room.
Problem.
I believe that mankind has looked at climate change in that same way, as if it were a fiction.
As if pretending that climate change wasn't real would somehow make it go away. But I think we all know better than that now.
Wow, that's great.
The side view with the man bun really goes with the
Yeah,
voice.
you're right.
That
Maybe,
was perfect.
maybe that is his voice.
Bobby Friend, breaking news: Richard Bells has passed away again. He died like fucking 5 hours ago.
Fuck.
I have
I don't know if
chest
you guys
pains.
know-
He died. You see how it works? Send Ranger 1959 $5. Howdy to the guests today, and Bob and Julie and clean shaven Mike. Thanks for the show, everyone. Anytime, Ranger, for you.
Same Ranger, we love you, bud. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, Dave Daffel at $2. Polly wants a shoulder pad. No, fuck you. There's no shoulder pad in that fucking jacket.
Bob wore a jacket on the show once that had shoulder pads in it.
I wear it every Friday night. It doesn't have shoulder pads.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't wear a
that's-
shirt this week with it, so I'm trying to get the female audience up.
As far as ribs, as they call them in the wrestling industry, pranks, as other people, where does this rank? Is this too much or is this okay? I want to show you guys this quick clip.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
would totally do that to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not even playing. That is hilarious.
I gotta watch that. Do that
Yeah.
again.
The way he tosses the dude and the way that the fucking lion catches it, like they're playing catch with him. It's
Here's your
fucking
toy. That's what they're
Yeah.
like. Here's your toy, lion.
That's good. Here we go. Let's get it right from the good part.
He hit him with fucking Goldberg's move. That was amazing.
And he's child size almost. Like that is
Yeah.
not a large, like when that dude comes up from behind you, that guy is like gargantuan, or this is not a very large bald man that
Yeah,
just
no,
got
that's a
fed
little
to a
guy.
lion.
Yeah.
I like how at this point it's still a funny bit,
Yeah.
and then
Then
at
all of a
this
sudden-
point he's like, "Oh yeah, I should probably get there." Then he's on the back. The guy's got to be thinking, "This one got away from me a little."
Yeah.
This is the move. This is the move right before he gets railed.
Yeah. This is when he goes, maybe I should call my lawyer.
Wow.
Look at it. Oh my God.
Ow!
Now, now
no.
he's like, nope. I'm going to dominate him.
Yeah.
Dad,
Worse
let
than-
go of me. I'm
worse
going to
than Hogan
dominate
and
him.
Belzer.
Yeah. Look at
Bob.
the grip that thing has on him. Look at it.
Oh, they're
I wanna
strong,
do-
man.
I want to do an experiment right now, Bob. You see
Yeah,
where
let's
he
throw
is
Bob-
on his
let's throw
back
Bob at
right
a
here,
lion.
like
Where is
down
he?
low on his back right there.
Yeah.
Like just have Gina come over and pinch just a pinch right there
On what?
on your back, the back
Get that out
area.
of here. That's not me.
I just because just the thought of a lion's teeth in that area
Oh.
is
She's laughing
excruciatingly
inside now.
painful
She's
for me.
laughing.
Yeah,
She's
Gina,
not
go
coming
pinch
in
him
here.
in the.
No, you're
in the
not
back
coming in
rib.
here.
Yes,
Stay in your room. It's your
Gina.
day off. Go do laundry and
Yeah,
other stuff
have
you
her
do.
have her bite
No,
him.
she's not doing.
Yeah.
She's not biting me.
Gina,
She's not
jump on his
fucking
back and bite him in the back of the neck, please.
getting out of here.
Go, do it. It's for
No.
the show. Shut it.
What are
Here
you
we
gonna
go.
do? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ready?
Go ahead.
And that doesn't hurt. I have no
All right,
feeling.
give him a lion pinch. Go
lion
lower.
pinch, go
Go
ahead.
lower too by his ribs.
Ah, you fucking maniac! Get out of here! She fucking uses her fucking nails, and then she's gonna be screaming tonight. Why do you got scratch marks on your back?
Oh, yeah.
How'd
The
you get
lion's not
those?
going to use his fucking nails. No, the lion's going to
Yeah.
be like, no nails. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? That fucking hurt, man. A gal with a bitch on for $5. Hi, what is your favorite venue to wrestle at and why? Or who was your favorite nemesis? Well, they
Very
got a
good, Bob.
villain next to it. Wrestling foe to wrestle against.
Wrestling.
All right, let me read it again to you.
Do you have a favorite venue there, Tid, that you wrestled at?
I mean, no, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that might have some, a little bit more sentimental value than others, like that, but there's some that just aren't even around anymore. You guys know, with Philadelphia, ECW Arena.
Yeah.
I mean, the iconicness of a building like that is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just not really even around anymore. As far as like, favorite guy to wrestle against, I mean, there's a lot. Most fun I ever had was probably with Chris Canyon. Before he
He's a
passed
good
away.
dude. He was
Yeah.
a big Stern fan. He was a really
Yeah.
good dude. He was friends with a buddy of mine, Joey Boots, who also passed.
Yeah. Chris was a fantastic human being, and gravely missed. So yeah, probably one of my favorite guys ever.
Somebody had a question also, ESO super chat regarding Bret Hart. And why you oh yeah, there you go. Bret Hart, best wrestler ever. Tid.
Some would say that. I mean,
Yeah.
not me. I personally, he's good. Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, not the best Hart out of the family. That
Really?
goes to Owen.
I was gonna
100%.
say can't be
That goes-
Jim. Can't be Jim
Yeah,
Knight.
well, yeah, no, and it wasn't Smitty or Bruce or any of the other ones either. No, it was. It's definitely Owen, in my opinion.
You know what
I
wrestler I seen like that could take every move that he did was like fucking like poetry and not poetry. Is that poetry?
Yeah,
Is that the word?
poetry's good. I
Oh,
like that.
but
Poetry in motion. maybe.
poetry in motion, and it was Chris Candido. I never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
anybody take a backdrop where it looks like it was so smooth it wouldn't even hurt. Like he was able to take falls like amazing. It was just amazing to watch something like that because you're going down pretty high, and when you fucking can do it like that and make it look so special, it was amazing to watch.
Who, in your opinion, is the best wrestler? If you had to, you'd say Owen as the best out
As
of.
the best part.
Well,
Yeah.
no, just best wrestler.
Best wrestler as far as the business goes, in my opinion,
Yeah.
Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was the best wrestler.
You know,
Not
yeah.
the best human.
Right.
He was the best wrestler.
Not
He was
great
the best
outside
wrestler.
of the ring. Not great outside of the ring, but
Yeah.
in the ring, amazing.
Best
Amazing.
wrestler, worst father.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That is a
Doesn't
fact.
know how to give directions over the phone very well either.
By
Yeah,
the
I
way,
mean, it's amazing that all his stuff will never be. You can only find
Right.
it deep in the internet, but like
Yeah.
it will never be just because I say whatever you do, whatever your hobby is outside the ring, that's it's okay. You shouldn't take out your wrestling thing because he had a hobby outside.
It's what I've had the conversation. I'm sure everybody's had the conversation. How do you separate the artist
Right.
from the lifestyle? Like everybody's had the Michael Jackson conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you stop listening to his music? Like, you have to be able to separate it, right?
I mean, how else are you going to get the kids to come over if you're not playing his music?
This is what I'm saying. Listen, it was way easier before the days
Oh,
of the
that's a
internet.
good question. Thoughts on Hannibal? This guy Hannibal.
Awesome movie.
What about the indie wrestler guy Hannibal?
He's a work.
Yeah, I don't know his history. I just know he seems pretty nutty on YouTube, and he's one of those guys, much like Stuttering John. Everybody seems to be unanimous in the fact that he's not a good dude.
I feel like if the spectrum had a dark web, that's where he would be.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? He's in a different dark kind of place, and he's a work.
Speaking of dark place, I wanted to bring this up. I watched this documentary on Peacock about Teddy Hart, which I was not familiar with Teddy Hart, one of the lesser known Hart family members, because this guy, is so out of his mind and does such self-sabotage to himself on a regular basis. It's a wild fucking story. There's a woman missing. They presume he killed her, allegedly. He's my first question to you: have you ever had any interactions with him, being a wrestler out there? And if so, what were they? And then I'll ask you more after that.
I've met Teddy a couple of times in passing through shows. I don't really have a lot of he's not on my radar, so to speak, but we have crossed paths a couple of times. He's always come across as a dude who has a very fond love for cats.
Yeah, his gimmick was he came to the ring with cats, Bob. He would hold one up in his hand, and he always had cats with him at matches. Yeah. And in real life, his house was just littered with cats everywhere.
It's a crazy, sad story, because if you think about it, like he never, I can't imagine when he was a kid, he was like, this is my map. This is my big board. This is what I intend on doing with my life. But just the road just takes you there, and wow. Yeah. I've seen that documentary. It's crazy.
Wow. Dave Daffel of $2. Bob's best wrestler is Bob's accountant.
By the way, that's right. Mersh from Nightwave Radio was on that documentary. Yeah, and he interviewed Teddy, and it was a great interview. They showed clips of it. I actually got to go. Stutcho, send me that. I want to watch that. But yeah, that is wild, and that documentary is insane.
As a business that is so protected.
Yeah,
tries to be protected in itself. Everybody tries to have their own self-governing body, so to speak. We have Wrestlers Court, and there's all of these things now, and that have been on the go for years. He always managed to shoot himself in the foot.
Always amazing. Some people just have that alarm clock in their head where it's just like it's set to when things are possibly or about to be going the best way possible for you,
Yeah.
and that alarm goes off, and they just destroy it. They burn it all down.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mike, who's your favorite wrestler?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
he's great,
Rourke,
man.
the
Yeah.
movie?
Ricky Rourke.
Ricky
The way you wrestled with that name was actually pretty impressive.
That's why these
Saint-
guys are on the network. They're pros.
Yeah. Saint Ranger of 1959, $10. Best wrestling match I saw live was a death match in 1968 that had a boxer, Rocky Marciano, as a referee. Rocky ended the match by punching Dr. Death, sending him flying over the ring ropes. Nice. Did
Is
you
that
come?
true? Did that really happen?
There's
I'd
a
pay
lot to
$10 to
dissect
say it.
out of
Goddamn
that,
right.
eh?
I
Yeah.
mean, I believe for $10, I believe you. Thank you,
Yeah.
by the way.
Put it on a shirt.
Dapper, $5. Best wrestling matches, Bob at AutoZone. There's no, listen to me. They do not put batteries in your car. They don't
course
come
they
out
do.
to put stuff in your car at the
course
one
they
by
do.
my house. And
All
it's
right, I'm
not,
gonna
and I
look it
didn't
up.
need it
All
because
right.
I went to my guy because I know a guy. And we're working on merch for tonight, actually. So we might have merch tonight. So he's probably sleeping.
For
or
Rico?
whatever. Yeah, he might
That'd
be.
be awesome.
They
That'd be
claim
awesome.
to be the OGs of Stutter and John.
They don't claim they were
Yeah, I
starting
know. Well, yeah.
very early. I think before. I mean, maybe WATP review. I don't know. I don't know the history. I
Yeah.
love everybody. I'm not getting involved. I'm happy that we're all goofing on one guy
That's
and
great.
come together right now over him. That idiot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That'll be
Uh,
good.
yeah, merch like Jackie. No, Mersh. His teeth are bothering him today. So
Oh
he-
no, it's whatever it is.
Put out
I
the
just,
merch table.
I'm not good at names and that. It's like whatever. What I don't know what I was.
Yeah,
putting
no
in the
kidding.
Chat. Was
Yeah.
I right? What did I put in the chat? What I asked his name because I probably had it wrong.
You spelled
Totally.
it merch just like they did.
Oh, merch?
MERCH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too good at this spelling.
By the
thing.
way, I don't know what it's like out there in Canada, but over in the States, a lot of people are very okay with just walking into stores and taking shit now because cops
Yeah.
can't get involved for a certain dollar. They can only get involved for a certain dollar amount. Like
Over
that.
Yeah,
1,000.
it happens. It happens in Canada as well.
Really? Wow.
It's crazy, and I almost get to the thought that they do it more for YouTube and TikTok
Yes.
views nowadays.
Might be. It might be.
You
I think you guys should look into what's starting to they're starting to use here in the States, which is
Handguns?
no, even
Oh.
better. The elderly. Check this out.
What?
Yeah, watch.
You gonna pay for that? Huh? You gonna pay for that? Yeah. When? Huh? You gonna pay for it?
Holy shit!
Come on, bud. Come on.
Get out.
All right.
Get out.
Take his bike.
Take your f***ing go. Off. You gonna pay for that?
I love it. I love it. Like
Right.
you get to an age where you just don't give a fuck anymore. What I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a gun. I don't
Yeah.
care. You're being a
That is not me.
That looks familiar.
you're being an asshole. Stop stealing from from this store. Like, good for her.
Yeah, you know how
Love it.
expensive shit is now. Truthfully, I'm not fucking kidding. Like, she went shopping yesterday, and she didn't really get much, and it
It
was
doesn't matter.
$200 and something for like.
Yeah.
Usually, if you got $150 worth of groceries when we had a normal president, you would have tons of food in your house. You know what I mean? Now we just get a few. She goes, I got salmon too, and I was like, oh, you got the salmon? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Next time, catch it.
It's
You
probably
fuck.
those 5 cartons of cigarettes, Bob.
No, we don't buy them at the fucking. You can't buy them at a grocery store.
Of
But
course
the
you
whole
can.
thing. You can. I didn't know that. But
Bob,
it's ridiculous now. Everything is like
Well, how
you
much do
people
you spend?
shop.
How much do you spend on cigarettes? How much is a carton?
I don't buy cartons because then
No, you buy them by the pack. That's even worse.
because look, if I bought
Alright,
a
so how
carton,
much is a pack?
2
13?
packs are 21 or 20 something.
So you go through over a pack a day.
2 packs a day, whatever.
Where are you getting cigarettes for $10 a pack out there?
in Jersey at the fucking
Really?
Heritage. I go
From
to.
a guy?
No, I don't. I know I should know a guy. I probably do know a guy that has cigarettes. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna ask the guy that's putting in my pool
Good
if
for
he knows a guy
you,
that gets it.
Randy.
I look at this, Handy Randy. I just spent $80 on a couple of bags of weed.
Good for
That
you.
price doesn't fucking go up because of what's going on. The price will always be a good price, which I don't know.
Just
I
grow
don't
your
pay
own.
for it anyway.
Right.
Well, that's
Exactly.
what
So
it is. You
you
can
so
grow
you
your own.
spend about $350 a month on cigarettes. That's just
Dude,
for you.
I
Never-
grew my own, and then the next season,
Okay.
it came back.
Are you serious?
Ooh,
I didn't even plant new ones. It came back.
that's. I mean, talk about. Let's talk about Hanukkah being a miracle.
Right.
That's pretty. That's right up there.
That is. No, I spend about 2 packs the 7 days in a week, right? 7 times
Yeah.
20 is 140. Now you go 140, go 140, that's 280. You go 420, you would look at. So that's why I'm going to get down to 1 pack, and then I'm going to go down to 12, 14 to 12, and then we go to 8. And then we go to 2, and then I'm done. So within a month,
and
I
then
will
you
be
kill
done.
her and you start smoking again.
Right. And I
How many
wear-
how many patches are involved during all of this?
Dude,
Oh,
I,
please.
but
He
I
tried.
put on so many patches last week. I still got the round marks on my arm. I can't get off.
Looks like he was attacked by an octopus.
It's fucking.
People go, "Oh, you have cupping treatment?" You go, "No,
No,
And I move them around. They're like it's like a junkie going to shoot up and they can't find a place. I try to find a different place I haven't used already.
I knew a guy who ran
Yeah.
a place, a wrestling school,
Uh,
and he was so large, and he had these morphine patches that he would get prescribed to him,
Yeah.
right? And he'd put these things on, and then he'd take them off and save them and try to sell them
oh wow.
to the students. Oh, there's still some left in there. They're still good.
Dude, I used to have a landlord in Flushing that wore them like one on each arm and would walk around shirtless. And I'll never forget, he came to my door once and he goes, "Here," he goes, "these are 2 oxys." He goes, "I need you to hold these for me because if I keep them, I'm going to do them." And I go, "I really don't want to get involved." He goes, "I'll buy him back from you." And I'm like, "Deal. I'll hold on to him. Deal. You got it."
Hey, when I was doing the wrestling with the guy that lived next door to me, he was selling the students like it was like an energy pill, and that he had, but it made you
cross stops.
It made you get bigger when you worked out,
Oh.
and all. I go, these pills are fun. I go, they only give you a boner. He goes, don't fucking say a word in front of any of the students. He was charging them like $30 a pill, and they were not even. It was
They're
just some kind of.
gas station dick pills. He's
Yeah,
telling
Yeah, it was something like that, and he
Yeah.
fucking lost it on me. He's like, "Don't you fucking they're buying them every fucking week."
Just sounds Spanish Fly.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was
Like
like
Spanish Fly out of a magazine.
Any of you guys watching Last of Us on
the
HBO?
wife. Oh, I got to catch up on it. She went ahead of me, and then I hate that shit. We watch shit together.
It is annoying with a couple's thing. Like one of the worst things is finding a show you both like, but you
Yeah.
really like it, and she's kind of into it, and you're like, I can get through this whole fucking thing tonight. Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, don't watch without me. It's the fucking worst. Like, this isn't scuba diving. This isn't the buddy system. What are we doing here? Let's just fucking watch TV like normal human beings.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it and then lie about it. That's what I
Well,
Yeah.
a big fans of the show are not only gamers, because this originated from video game, but doomsday preppers. These people out there that really believe, a zombie apocalypse, something could very well happen. And look, the way shit's going, they may not be that crazy anymore these days. We're shooting shit out of the sky. We're not looking for it. We're trains are flying off the tracks. Our pets' heads are falling off. Everything's happening.
We're
But I
throwing
found-
little men at lions. It's
Yeah, we're throwing midgets at lions and laughing our heads off. But this is fun. I'm on, my number one news source, World Star Hip Hop, and I find this amazing video of these doomsday preppers testing out their guns. And and of course, hilarity ensues. I gotta show you this. Check this out.
Steve's rifle has a 100-round capacity magazine, which is recommended for ambush situations because it can sustain a high volume of fire. Because the firing power is so great, it is outfitted with a muzzle brake to reduce recoil and increase accuracy.
Now the other guy's got like a 50 cal sniper rifle next to him too, right? You got it. Like this is so good.
Target acquired, Tom. Fire in the hole.
No, not have any discharge. Does it hurt at all?
This is the best. Watch it.
Oh.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you've been waiting your whole life for this, and now you're deaf from taking a shot at a fucking paper target. You didn't think you're in a goddamn aluminum tower, and you're like, oh, I don't think the sound will be too loud in this. I can't hear you.
In the hole.
Not feeling to have any discharge. Does it hurt at all?
I can't hear
It's the hand over the ear, like it was going to do anything at all, right?
And yeah, I got listen to me. I once went shooting.
Jeez, I hope he has a lot of provisions in that fucking.
He's got Kanye's boots on. He looks like.
It really does. I once went shooting with my dad years ago in Vegas, him and an Israeli friend of his, and it couldn't have been more like not prepared or like we did everything wrong. It's just two old Israelis that wanted to shoot guns. And I remember before we started, he's got all these rifles out. My dad's got a couple pistols. And I go, did you bring any protection? And the guy looks at me and he looks at my dad and he goes, why'd you bring your daughter? Bring your son next time. He pulls out elephant, fucking guns, like rifles at him, stop a fucking plane. And he shoots one off next to me on this side of me. I'll never forget it because till this day, my hearing in this ear is fucked. It fucked my hearing up forever. And I remember us driving back home after this shooting day, and I'm sitting in between him and my dad, and he's talking to me, and I can't hear. It's just ringing. It's just ringing.
What?
So when this guy goes, I can't hear you.
Oh man.
I've been there, dude. It's fucking scary, man. It's
if there's two things,
get that down. Get that down.
Is that you, Bob?
No, it's not me.
Oh my god.
If there's two things that I know that Las Vegas loves, it's their gambling and their guns.
Yeah.
It is the reddest blue state you'll ever go to in your whole life.
For real.
You know what I mean? Yeah, most of my family still lives there. And when you go back and all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at this new thing I got. And oh, look at this new thing I got. And yeah, man, I don't understand owning all of the guns, but I appreciate that there's some really fancy ones out there. I'll go to a shooting range. I've been there and I've fired off some, very large hand cannons. But as far as carrying one, no way. I'm not
I just have one at the house just in case. But I'm not
absolutely.
And I have a license to carry it, but like I don't feel comfortable walking.
Everybody knows that guy in their life though. Like you go and you go to the party and it's at their house or whatever, and they start off the party and everything is fine. And then you can tell how gradually drunk they get, not from the stack of cups that they keep around, but the amount of guns that they bring out. They start off with nothing, then one comes in and it's in the back of their pants a little bit. Then that second one shows up on their hip, and then the third one shows up in their boot. And then by the time the fourth gun comes out, it's like it's time to go.
Yeah, and also I got news for you. When you live in a state where concealed carry is a reality, people are a lot nicer. Everybody knows this poker tournament. There's no rebuys, so you better bring your best hand to the fucking table.
Getting shot sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Polly,
right.
Dave Daffala,
Right.
$2. Polly want to silence this. So you're good, so you can shut the fuck up.
All
Look,
right,
this guy, you can tell this guy right now, he knows he's alive
Right.
because if he was dead, there's no way a fat woman would be taking him into heaven. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Should be in
the
better
uni-
shape, you think?
Yeah, she would be hot. Then there would be like two
God,
hot chicks.
God is Lizzo. What?
What the fuck
No,
happened?
you don't have any discharge. Does it hurt at all?
I can't hear
The music that they put in is fucking great.
It's great. Like his kid died. You know,
Yeah.
the guy's ears ringing.
Go sit down. Come on.
I think this guy got a concussion.
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
that
say,
fucking
here
laugh.
it comes.
Meanwhile, it's like good thing you wear the stupidest pants ever sold for today.
Why did he wear hip waders?
I know. It's like what the fuck.
I'm
I
gonna
went to see
shoot
the
some
Who in
fish
'81.
later.
You know, I didn't bitch and moan after the concert. You know,
Yeah. You know how many concerts I've been to with no ear protection, or just walk? I was on stage for Sepultura. I like get out of here.
Yeah, you try to make your way to the speakers.
Right.
Stand because you know nobody else was standing there, so you just made
Yeah.
your way to the front of the speakers and hung out, right?
It's like sitting in the front row of a movie. It's not the greatest idea, you know, but I mean, hey, at least you get to brag about it later.
Mhm.
I didn't. I vomited.
Like this guy with that big girl.
Yeah.
There it is.
I don't want to stand. Things are spinning.
Do you feel better now that you're laying down?
The only way this guy's gonna feel better is if he's dead.
Yeah.
And you know the camera crew's like, we got fucking gold.
Right? Right? Get those
No.
insurance papers ready.
Like, think about it. This whole like interview or whatever the fuck they were doing with it, it's all about what they're preparing for. Nothing's gonna actually happen
Yeah.
while you're filming, and then a gift lands in your lap. Like fucking Vomit McGee over here. I feel better that you're laying down. Look at this guy. He's like, this guy's supposed to help me survive when the shit hits the fan. I don't think so.
He's got a hand grenade in his hand. He's ready to pull the pin. Look at him.
He put the
He
big
goes,
girl-
we all go.
right. Put the big girl and him out of their misery.
Do you feel better now that you're laying down?
Things are spinning.
Muzzle brakes produce recoil, but they can increase sound volume to more than 140 decibels and cause
That's great. Well, we didn't factor that in on our analysis.
That's not me. Come on, guys. That's not me.
serious injury. When Steve fired his shot from inside the hunting blind, the high volume noise inside the confined space might have caused
They're using science to justify what this idiot did.
Let me keep my finger on the trigger instead of covering both ears in case.
But
this
you know what the
paper
funny
deer
thing
comes
is?
to life. Yeah.
He could have just went outside the truck and got the same photo, you know what I mean, or video from
No,
the
yeah.
side.
He could have just put on fucking headphones like the other guy had on.
even with his ear protection on.
Can you hear me at all? I need you to answer my question. Can you get your blood pressure? Let you lay down, cool off, calm down a little bit.
I saw the shell eject toward the window, so it wasn't near his face or anything.
It's not like he's seen a ghost, motherfucker. Jesus fucking Christ.
Turns out, turns out the shell hit him in his vagina, caused him to cry.
Excuses or explanations or anything.
What's that?
Why don't they take his sunglasses off?
No,
how
no.
comfortable could that be when you can't hear, you can't feel anything, you lost a testicle?
If I'm gonna die, I want to look cool.
Well, not only that, we can hear he's crying. We don't have to see it. They go, give the guy an ounce of dignity. He's lost it all here today.
I'm not coming up with excuses or explanations or anything. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Your blood pressure's a little bit high. All right. We
Cut
have
down
an
on your
ambulance
salt.
on the way.
Oh my God, they're calling an ambulance for this. I mean, Jesus Christ.
After 4 years of planning for a dirty bomb attack together, Steve's mistake might be the end of their prepping partnership.
Dave, you're a pussy. I'm
You were supposed to have the gun pointed the other direction. That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Like, why? Who built this tower out in the middle of nowhere? How did that? And two guys from 4 different directions are going to be able to, like, keep the zombies away?
Here's my thing, right? If one of these guys leaves the whole doomsday dirty bomb prep world for good, then you move them into a house together, and you got the new odd couple. You got the guy who's waiting for everything to end, and the guy who doesn't believe it's gonna. Boom.
Do you think those pants started as jeans or they started as khakis?
It's hard
because they morphed into something peculiar there.
I think the only other person I've ever seen wearing that is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I think in one of his matches he had the same gear.
Yeah, you up, man. I can't hear.
Then why are you trying to talk to me? I can't hear.
I go, be glad you're one of the deaf ones that can talk.
Hey, look to the right and realize how lucky you are. You can't see either.
Yeah. Too bad you shoot your eyes.
Man, you up, man.
You fucked up.
His next prep partner is going to know sign language, though.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Fantastic. Love that show, Doomsday Preppers. You know who's a
yeah.
Doomsday Prepper who we both know is our boy Shawnee. Shawnee.
Is he?
Yeah, big Doomsday Prepper. Has been for years.
I wonder how those guys in their deathbed after spending, thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on their prep with the food and their bomb shelter and everything, and everything's fine. Their deathbed, they're like, "Fuck, man, I wasted all my time."
Ask every Mormon that has ever died.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Listen,
I didn't do shit.
I got a neighbor next door to me that's a military guy, and he's decorated, knows his shit, and he's got an arsenal over there, and he's a sweetheart of a guy. Him and his wife, lovely people.
Great.
And I gotta tell you, if the shit hits, I'm going right over there. This guy. Here's the good thing about Doomsday Preppers is if it does happen. Now, do I think all of them are gonna make it the way they say? No, no. Half of them will crumble. Half of them will die filming whatever's happening on their phone to post online. But I think the people who are really hardcore and have been waiting and waiting, I think those are the people you're gonna gravitate towards because they will get you through this shit.
Yeah.
If you go through the hassle of like putting a bomb shelter in your backyard,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's some dedication. That's not just a pool like Bob has back there. Like that is some real. Could you put a shelter underneath your pool? You think?
I just want them to start digging, and I don't care. I don't.
And then
know.
just don't stop. Don't stop. You make it different levels all the way back up.
But they can do everything. I don't care what they do. Dave Daffler, $2. Bob's MRE. Bob's MRE. It's an MRI, you fucking idiot.
No, MREs are rations, military rations.
How does this bird know anything about military?
What's the I, Bob?
What?
In M
R.
I don't even know what the M is.
Wait,
Just fuck do I care? I know you get an X-ray from an MRI. That's all I know. Holy shit! I didn't come here to fucking learn.
Yeah, surely the problem with your neighbor, if you go over there, eventually you're going to be food.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, look, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, Mike. But I at least want to get to the point where I am even thought of as food. You know what I mean?
No, but you're better off just going in the woods and just go towards.
Oh yeah, I'll listen to you. Yeah, okay. You know what you're talking about. Yeah,
come on.
Chad. Yeah.
No. Chad. Oh, I just noticed Chad. Oh, Chad's gonna. We can get Chad next Miserable Man.
Okay. Sure.
Big pull by me.
Sure. He's available.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I'm
was
in.
shocked.
I'm in.
Saint Ranger 1959, $5. Being prepared is always a good choice. Pass the ammunition. Yeah,
Listen,
like
I agree
assault.
with you. Being prepared is great. You
It's
know,
the Boy Scout motto.
I wish
Yeah.
more people were prepared when it comes to, for example, anything involving bulls. That is something people, for some
Oh.
reason, are never. I know Bob loves these more than anything.
I love when a fucking animal takes out somebody that's being a dick. It's the greatest thing.
Well, I
know?
don't know that he's being a dick. He's just trying to ride it.
It doesn't matter because they throw fucking forks at him in some countries and shit. I'm not. I don't go for any of this shit, and I hope it stomps on his fucking head. You don't need to fucking. You know what? You fucking put a fat chick in there and ride that motherfucker out. It'll do the same bucking too if you put lettuce in front of it.
They don't like lettuce, do they?
They fucking hate it.
All right, let's go.
Holy shit! Look at it! Wow, get him! Get him! Oh yeah! Yes!
F your helmet.
That had to get. That was definitely a shattered jaw. There's no doubt in my
100%.
mind.
Just
This is
crumble,
fucking-
just crumbs of what was your bottom jaw.
That dude's going home and he's gonna say, "Honey, just throw out the toothbrush. I don't even need it
Yeah.
anymore." He's got he can't even open his mouth for fucking probably 2 years after this fucking thing. Look at the size of that fucking thing. Look at it.
And understand that it went so wrong, they had to open the door to make things better. They had to let it out to make things better.
Here's the thing, I don't know, like.
He's still trying to get on it too. That's the thing.
Watch the people. Watch the girl's face up there. Look at the girl. Look at the girl holding her mouth.
Oh man,
This guy's just filming the whole thing. He's
Yeah.
having fun.
World star.
Wow.
Can you
Amazing.
fucking believe that?
And think about it. Like it's come from like that guy was wearing a full caged hockey helmet, and some guys wear like full on flak jackets now. Before it was just like a cowboy hat and a rope. That's what they had. Like
Yeah.
and
Man,
the,
look
bull
at
has,
me.
the bull hasn't changed. The bull hasn't changed. Just the
Well,
just
they're all
the
on
cowboy's
steroids
ability.
now. You know that.
You know what's crazy about
Can't eat
bull
'em.
riding is how many Brazilian guys are like the top bull riders in the world now. A sport that
How
was
can you tell
just
they pull
white
their
guys,
pants down?
Yeah, they're waxed.
just white guys. Now is like the Brazilian dudes are like running that shit. It's wild. What is this?
What?
Oh, we're
Lion
talking about
tamer
lion
brutally
attacks.
attacked in a Russian circus. Well, of
See,
course.
this is good. This is good.
Lions
This
don't want to
is
be in a fucking
entertaining.
circus, stupid.
Nobody wants to
Exactly.
watch if they're not brutally attacked.
Yeah, and nobody
Yeah.
wants to be in Russia. So you combine Russia and a circus, and that's a nightmare.
Yeah. Where is it?
Go ahead.
Imagine the lions just scream amnesty right after doing that.
Revoke my citizenship.
Look at this. Oh, they're playing.
Yeah, well, that's what lions are
Comes this
supposed
guy.
to do. You know,
Now
you
that
know.
they're foreplaying is what happens
Yeah.
right here.
But here we go.
Well,
Fucking
yeah.
get him. Get him.
Look,
Yeah.
Get him.
nobody
We finally-
wants to
We
hear.
finally got this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's play Eat the Sergey. Come on. Yeah, with your little fucking stick. Good
Yeah.
good job. That's
Get 'em.
gonna help.
Get him. Get him. Yes.
Yeah.
There
Whoops.
he goes.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Look-
the claw to the
Yeah.
crotch right there
Yeah.
too, right? Just to hold him down.
Yeah.
Wow. Did nobody learn from Siegfried and Roy?
Well, and it's
Uh.
like I had a friend that once said he used to do a joke that he was at the show. A lot of people don't know this. He says, but he was eating a burger when he met him backstage, and he was like, "Hey, Roy, have a good show." And he said, "And I got barbecue sauce and a little bit of burger on his shoulder area. Because I feel totally responsible for it."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you know, this is what's gonna happen when you try to fucking play with animals.
Yeah.
I
It
like
gets
what
worse if you want to
elephants
keep
do.
watching that. It gets worse where they don't get it under control.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I already came, but if you want to play it, play it again. You
Sad
got
part
guess
is
find
they'll shoot
elephants.
the
Yeah.
lion, but they won't shoot the dude. You know?
No, no. And to get some elephant ones, I love when they fucking do it. It's like
Right,
fucking
enough with
great.
fat chick jokes. How many you gonna
No,
do in
you
one
know how
show?
these girls get. Look at that one running with the baby out. Like, you see
Yeah,
that lady?
yeah.
She came
Yeah.
running by with the fucking
I
baby.
think win-win after this. You take those lions and you start spreading them out amongst the Walmarts in the world, and it stops
Yeah.
people from stealing at the front door, like that dude earlier. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Russia's the only place where you run with your baby to not let her see a man being torn apart by two lions, and you run outside and something worse is happening
Right?
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
you go outside.
Yeah. It probably triggers PTSD from the last time she was at a circus and a lion ate somebody as well.
Right. It's the same circus. I should have known.
Dave Staffel at $2. Betcha. Yeah, look at you. Betcha. I bet you the Bulls pool will be on. Mine is on time. It's warm now, and it's going to be more on time.
What is this video? American shoots himself in the leg during video demo. Let's do it.
This is an older video, but all the gun talk made me think of this, and it's a good one.
USA.
Oh,
He tried to do some John Wick shit. He tried
A little too quick on the draw, huh?
That's right. He was doing like quick shooting practice. Yeah.
Yeah, point blank, quick shooting practice. Well, it worked. He quick shot himself. So
He needs more practice though. But
man,
wow. Yeah, no, you're supposed to take it out of the holster and then pull the trigger.
you're also not supposed to take it out of the holster by pulling up on the trigger to pull it out.
Look at the look on his face.
Yeah,
Are we
he's getting-
still filming?
He's getting deported.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
we'll
my god.
I just f***ing shot myself.
Some Plaxico Burris stuff.
Yeah. That's great.
I love when animals fucking attack. I can fucking watch that all fucking day.
All right, we'll
Fucking-
find some good ones.
Yeah, when the monkey attacked that lady and ripped her face off
You
because she was
enjoyed
having
that, did
sex with it. Yeah, she was
What?
having sex with it.
Where did you hear
Why? I don't know why. In Connecticut, somebody
Well,
look
Where
it
did you
up.
hear they were having? She was having sex.
This
with
was years ago. The lady was having sex with a monkey in Connecticut, and the thing ripped her face off. And look it up. You'll fucking find it. It happened years ago. I don't know how many years, but
I don't remember anything about the sex.
Did it start off as light choking?
I don't know, but it's got.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah. No, but somebody knows this stuff. Yeah.
She,
And monkeys.
she forget her fucking safe word?
Right. Oh, by the way, this one takes the cake.
telling
Remember
you.
this? The Connecticut chimpanzee story? Remember that?
No, that's the one I'm talking about.
Really?
The one the lady had it in the house, and next thing she's having sex with it, and the thing was like, "Fuck this!
She
I can get
wasn't
other
having sex
pussy."
with it. She was. It was on Xanax, and it had. She used to give the fucking thing Xanax, like you.
Yeah, so it would fuck her.
You
I'm
think so?
telling you, I know this story. I lived in New York
Yeah,
at the time.
Bob's making it
Bob's
up.
not making it up for $2, Canada. She gave it Xanax because she didn't want it to Steve Lou. Bob didn't talk about Larry. Bob don't talk about Larry Bayer like that. Steve Lou. Oh, that was funny. He's a
How much
friend
you
of
think
ours.
you could bench press weight
Me?
wise,
I
Bob?
could
Yeah.
probably fucking. I don't know. I don't want to be. I'm not involved with how much I can do. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm just going to pick up. Why is that guy got one arm?
He's about to do. I believe this is the clean and jerk, and he's
What
doing
the-
it with one arm.
Where's his other arm?
I don't know.
He
Gone.
doesn't have one.
Yeah, he's only got one.
Arriba, 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 arriba.
It's a little thing.
Esa
Look,
es. Céntrate.
it's like a chicken
Dale.
wing.
Unfucking
You got it.
believable. Ted, you're a workout guy. How much weight is that? Those are what, 45 pounds?
Yeah.
Plate?
Yeah, you're probably looking at least a couple 100 pounds right there.
Wow.
That's
Good
unreal.
for him.
How did he
I
get a
mean-
chicken wing for a fucking
He should give himself a hand.
Maybe he was a lion tamer.
Buddy, he can knock you out with a stump shot. I think that's how yoked that fucking guy is.
Yeah, not if you don't get close. The guy. You don't
That's
have
true.
much.
Distance
Stay
is
on
your
his,
friend.
stay
in
on
that
his right
fight.
side.
He could be security for Def Leppard.
Yeah, Mike's the corner man. He's like, circle right. That's all you need to do. Circle
And then,
right.
why would they let it? He's a freak. Why would they? You don't let someone like that in the gym because it throws up. People don't. They pay attention to his fucking little tiny arm coming out of the side, and they're not going to get shit done. They can hurt themselves.
Yeah, and then you see him lift 250 pounds with one arm, and you're like,
Yeah.
"No, I'll get you a coffee."
Yeah, exactly.
Right up.
Let me hold that pocket for you, sir.
Yeah,
I
I'll get you 2 coffees, but I'm gonna have to hold one.
I want to create a Hall of Fame for
Thank you.
I accept.
for pussy guys or guys who do
Pussy
really
guy?
fun guy like things on camera.
I defer to Bob
Okay.
then.
Yeah,
I did. It better not be a video of me doing
an
something.
unmanly man Hall of Fame, if you will.
I
And
like
this guy that I found, I think, is a good contender. I'm not saying he's first ballot.
Wait a
I'm
minute. Wait a
just
minute.
saying-
Wait a minute. Fuck you, Sheckler. Bob already has a fake Hall of Fame award. Shut the
That's
fuck
right.
up. It's
We
not
found-
fake.
Yeah, we found the award on Amazon. You could buy it.
But
by
they
the
have
way.
to make it somewhere.
Well, they engrave in it whatever bullshit.
Yeah,
they're
but I'm
making.
saying everything's like that.
This
out
guy,
there.
this guy is upset because I believe his girl's cheating on him. Yes, girlfriend was cheating on him, and why guys commit this to video and think this is smart is beyond me. But this is brutal.
Back, I never chilled with nobody, bro. I never did nothing to you, bro. Yo, for you to be out with another nigga right now cheating on me, bro, that shit fucking hurt. And I can't do this.
Is that Larry Bayer? Somebody said, "Stop it! Stop it, you guys! Just stop it! No more chat."
Larry getting hit with some shrapnel.
I can't do this shit anymore. I'm so fucking weak.
Like, what is he? What guy thinks a woman's gonna see this and go, you know what?
I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
These are the feelings that I wanted you to get in touch with. I'll take you back now. Yeah, no, that
What is he doing, Bob?
never
Transitioning?
happened.
No, he's doing this so other women go, "Oh, he's so kind," and then they can bang him. You see?
So you're saying he's playing 9-ball right now? He's
Exactly.
looking 3-4 shots ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because you know how women fall for shit all the time.
Of course. That one back there, yeah. I got you.
We know who
she's in the other room crying like this right now.
Wait a minute, Sal 199. They called these guys simps world star. Really?
Yes, simps. Yes. These are that's the terminology these days. Simps.
So weak, bro. I got it in my life, bro, because
Don't do that.
I can't do this shit.
I mean, you're really gonna feel that way once this comes out, but I know you feel that way now.
I
Don't
love
do
the
it.
way at the end they get a clear picture of him.
His address pops up.
Look at that.
Oh, he's got it together now. He's fine.
Okay.
I swear to God, Taliba, I want you to look me in my eyes, yo.
Uh-oh.
This is
My
it.
puddle eyes.
I've never in my life, I would never cry over another female again, yo. Yo, you out there doing what you doing, bro. I never talk to no bitches, bro.
You're crying again.
And I say again, and just from that little, excerpt, he got caught. She's paying him back by fucking somebody else, and he can't handle it.
Right.
Yeah.
He hasn't come to terms with the fact that his real passion is just being a cuck.
Yeah, 100%.
Dave Davila, $2. AutoZone employee of the. What is with the AutoZone? It was 1 second. Somebody told me to call fucking AutoZone, and they'll bring me a battery out and put it in the car, and now it's every fucking show. I got to deal with AutoZone and birds.
Now I
Yeah.
I mentioned this Hall of Fame for unmanly men. I think we do the opposite for manly men, for guys who tell it like it is. And this guy, we'll close with this. This was amazing. Check this out.
Where
So
is
they're
this at?
asking
Like, yeah, this is like a nice place with like whores.
good-looking whores, and they're asking for their body count, which is how many people you've slept with. Okay, so here we go.
At this point in our lives, 22 years old, I would say probably like 50 was my math.
I want you to know. So she's saying 22 years old, she's got 50 bodies, 50 on her body count. So it's 50 dudes she's banged.
That's like a gallon of cum.
Right. So, and now this dude breaks it down like a genius that he is. Check it out.
Ladies, I want you to know that we generally don't care about body count. Like, sure, some guys do. However, if you're 22 years old and you say your body count's 50, we're going to care. And it's actually not for the reason you think. See, you'd think that we'd have a problem with the fact that you've been fucked by a new dude every month and a half for the last 6 years. But seriously, that's not the problem. The problem is that while you slept with those 50 dudes, none of them wanted to keep you around. And sure, there's going to be a lot of women in the comment section who are like, no, I didn't want them. And why'd you let them fuck you?
Boom, bitch.
Whoa.
Wow. And
It's
how many
your
were like
fault.
how many were like twofers and fourfers and like parties on like in one night?
But this guy
Yeah,
brings
that's
up a genius point here in a second. I don't want to ruin it, but listen to what he says right here.
You obviously wanted them. See, sex happens because you want it. Relationships happen because we want it. And if you've managed to sleep with 50 dudes by the age of 22 and none of them wanted to stay with you, even though you slept with them, none of them were like, well, that's worth dealing with her personality. That says something about you. And it ain't fucking good. So ladies, please don't think it's slut shaming or anything like that. We just recognize that there's probably a good reason why none of those 50 wanted to keep you.
Boom. Mic drop. Close it. That's it. Game over.
Does date rape count?
I don't know. I'd have to go to the judges on that.
Yeah,
but
see, it
I'm gonna,
throws you off.
you know.
Did she do the date rape or did he?
Well, he did, but does she still count it?
Right. It's a gray area. We're not.
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
sure.
We're not
half the body.
experts.
Well,
That's
yeah,
okay.
thank you.
The show
Thank
has
you,
gone
Estel,
0
for
days
resetting.
without a rape reference. Yeah.
Yeah, Iso's always resetting clocks on this show.
Mhm.
Listen, I want to plug again Thursday night, 8:00, right here on the Shuli Network. Tid and Donnie, the godfathers of podcasting, will be live on the network. Want you guys to jam in there, give them some love, give them some super chats. And I think you guys will really dig the show.
Yeah, definitely.
They're good dudes. They know what they're doing. They put a lot of work and effort into their show. And I love that. And we're glad you guys are here, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's all smoke and mirrors. Don't kill yourself.
Same here.
Can I tell you right now, I like Tid better than Donnie just because I know Tid now. I don't know.
Everybody's got a favorite.
Yeah. You know what? I like me better than him too.
That's good.
Anything you want to plug other than what I just plugged, Tid? Go
No,
ahead.
that's about it, man. Please come in, check it out. We're looking forward to it. Like, hit us with your best shot out there, and let's have some fun on Thursday.
Exactly.
And social media stuff you want to
Social media, I'm all over the place at Notorious TID on all the socials. I don't really use Twitter that much. I find it to be very depressing. But you will find some stuff on there. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. I'm all over the place. I don't know. I'm old. I'm like 53 years old. What do I know about social media?
I get you.
Exactly.
I put all my gives a fucks into Twitter, and so Instagram is foreign to me. Facebook, I know. Twitter, I know.
I'm holding out for ICQ to come back.
They're all depressing. It's all depressing. Soon we won't be at a point where we're going to need them anymore. All praise be to Rustic Cuts. Anyways, listen, let's go over some plugs here. Obviously, the Shuli Network on YouTube, Shuli Network on Patreon. We have a live YouTube live Uncle Rico show tonight at 8 p.m. Working on a special guest there. We're not 100% confirmed on it, but we will see. Somebody will be joining us. You can bet your ass on that. And everything else, Shalom Shuli, Twitter, Instagram. Boys, take it away. Mike, what do you got?
Well, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's Insta Mike Morse. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it is Mike Morse Says. Of course, Miserable Men, as we said, everything on the Shuli Network. I'm involved in some of them, and I have some stand-up stuff coming. I'll have to get those dates together and plug those at a later date. Oh, and the book. Oh, ha
Yes.
ha history. Ha ha history. It's sweeping the nation. It's available on Amazon.com. It's a little book I helped to write and illustrate. Go check it out. Thank you.
Yes, and I'll be in Clifton Heights this Saturday at go on Twitter and you'll find it, and or you'll find it on when it's me and Kevin Brennan and John Kensel. It's gonna be killer. Then I'm at Tips on March 4th in Morris Plains, New Jersey. Me, Kevin Brennan. It's gonna be great. After the week after that, the Comedy Works, the 10th and the 11th in Bristol, PA. Come and see God. And tomorrow we start up again MLC Podcast on YouTube, MLC Podcast on Patreon. Come and sign up with the bad boys. We're so bad. Kevin's a mean man. Come over.
And also, we're live tomorrow, 11 a.m. BS show, and I think we're doing a Blunder Years at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Blunder Years,
Yeah.
which is available on the Patreon tier 2, and then 3 days a week we are live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the BS show at 11 a.m. Myself, Bob, Mike, and a cast of others. So, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later tonight.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
And check out Out of the Coffin, the last one's up with Perry Carvello. It's people will love it. So.
Phenomenal. And shout out to the team behind the scenes here doing some great work on YouTube. The Dabbies are up on Patreon. Yeah. We went to Rochester. We did a full award show in honor of Stuttering John. That is available in its entirety on the Patreon. We got some clips on the YouTube page as well, but if you want to see it all in all its glory, go over to patreon.com/The Shuli Network. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later tonight. Bye, everybody.
Miserable.